Todd Chrisley is trying to get out of prison early and receive home confinement instead. It sounds like there is a chance this could end up happening. People shared the details about what is going on now for the star of Chrisley Knows Best. It was reported earlier today that Todd Chrisley has reason to believe that someone is violating him while he is asleep by taking pictures of him. What is being done with these pictures is unknown at this time. This isn't all that Todd is dealing with in prison. It is also very hot, and there is no air conditioning where he is staying. They have had to deal with mold, bad plumbing, and more. It sounds like he is miserable behind bars. Could Todd get out of jail early? There is now a chance that Todd Chrisley could end up getting out of jail early. Todd and Julie Chrisley both have a new legal team that is helping them out. Todd was originally rejected when he asked for home confinement, but now the case is being internally investigated. His attorney Jay Surgent says that he was making an application under the CARES Act to be released to home confinement, but his application, as well as a number of other applications, but particularly his, was. It is being reported that when he submitted it, the person in charge of it decided they didn't want to do it. Then his application actually expired. The lawyer went on to say, "It's very, very unfortunate, and that matter is now being investigated internally, and we feel as though there was no reason why it should have not been processed, even in light of his prison term." It does sound like there is a chance Todd could win this case. Todd and Julie Chrisley are both also appealing their case and trying to get rid of the charges against them. Todd is hoping to at least get home confinement and be able to spend the rest of his time at home on house arrest. Their lawyer feels like they deserve better treatment, but they feel like the other inmates do as well. He explained it isn't just because they are celebrities. Do you think that Todd Chrisley should get home confinement instead of spending time in prison? Sound off in the comments below on your thoughts. Todd Chrisley, a reality TV star known for his hit show, Chrisley Knows Best, has recently become the subject of headlines not for his television antics but for his potential early release from prison. Chrisley, who was sentenced to a lengthy prison term for tax evasion and bank fraud, may soon find himself transitioning from the confines of a cell to the relative comfort of home confinement. This development raises questions about the factors contributing to such decisions and the broader implications of home confinement as an alternative to traditional incarceration. ### Background of Todd Chrisley's case. Todd Chrisley and his wife, Julie, were found guilty of defrauding banks out of millions of dollars by providing false information to secure loans and failing to pay taxes on their earnings. The couple, known for their lavish lifestyle portrayed on their reality show, faced legal repercussions that culminated in prison sentences. Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years in prison, while Julie received a 7-year sentence. The Chrisleys' case drew significant media attention, not only because of their celebrity status but also due to the nature of their crimes. The couple's ostentatious display of wealth contrasted sharply with their criminal activities, making their downfall a subject of public fascination. Their legal battles have been extensively covered, with various twists and turns keeping audiences engaged. Another factor is the overcrowding of prisons and the associated costs of maintaining inmates. Home confinement can be a cost-effective alternative, reducing the financial burden on the correctional system while still enforcing punishment and monitoring. ### Home confinement. An overview. Home confinement, also known as house arrest, is a form of punishment that allows individuals to serve their sentences in their own homes instead of in a traditional prison. This arrangement typically involves strict supervision and adherence to specific conditions, such as wearing an electronic monitoring device, adhering to a curfew, and limiting interactions to approved individuals. The use of home confinement has been a topic of debate. Proponents argue that it is a humane and effective alternative to incarceration, particularly for nonviolent offenders. It allows individuals to maintain family relationships, contribute to society through work or community service, and reduce the psychological impact of imprisonment. Critics, however, contend that home confinement may not be punitive enough, especially for serious crimes. They argue that it could undermine the deterrent effect of the justice system and create disparities in sentencing, where wealthier individuals might receive more lenient treatment. ### implications for Todd Chrisley and society. If Todd Chrisley is granted home confinement, it would have several implications for him personally and for the broader society. For Chrisley, this transition could offer a semblance of normalcy and the opportunity to rehabilitate in a more supportive environment. It would allow him to reconnect with his family, continue any business ventures from a distance, and perhaps work on restitution efforts. For society, Chrisley's case could set a precedent for how high-profile, nonviolent offenders are treated. It could spark discussions about the fairness and efficacy of home confinement as an alternative to prison, especially for those with significant public influence. Additionally, it may prompt a reevaluation of the criteria used to determine eligibility for home confinement, ensuring that it is applied equitably across different socioeconomic groups. ### Rehabilitation and reintegration. A key aspect of home confinement is its potential to facilitate rehabilitation and reintegration into society. Unlike traditional imprisonment, which often isolates individuals from their support networks and familiar environments, home confinement allows for a more seamless transition back into daily life. This can be particularly beneficial for individuals like Todd Chrisley, who have the potential to positively contribute to society once they have served their sentences. Rehabilitation programs can be more effectively administered in a home confinement setting. Individuals can participate in counseling, therapy, and educational courses without the disruptions and limitations of a prison environment. This holistic approach to rehabilitation can address the underlying issues that led to criminal behavior, reducing the likelihood of reoffending. ### Public perception and media influence. The media's portrayal of Todd Chrisley's potential early release will undoubtedly shape public perception. Reality TV stars like Chrisley are often viewed through the lens of their on-screen personas, which can influence opinions about their real-life actions. The media's role in highlighting his journey from incarceration to home confinement will be crucial in framing the narrative.